What is up, everyone? My name is Joseph and welcome back to Casually Competitive MTG, where it's our goal to bring you semi-competitive EDH gameplay content that is both fast-paced and entertaining. Today's video, we're going to do something a little bit different in a series that we're calling Recycled Cardboard. COVID restrictions have been a little tight lately in our area and we want to play it safe, so we've been mainly playing remotely for the last week or so, and we'll continue doing that for the next few weeks. And while we're recording videos like this, we wanted to do something a little bit different with our videos. For those of you who don't know, we stream our games live to our Twitch channel where we have a really nice overlay and it looks very similar to our videos. So what we wanted to do is take our stream and cut it up so you can see the games with live commentary from all the players, but in a condensed format. So that's going to be what this video is. You'll still get the play-by-play action of the game and you'll see the game in a condensed format, but instead of it being narrated over by me after the fact, you'll have the players' live commentary of the plays they make. If this is something you enjoy, let us know your thoughts on it. We may continue doing this moving forward as it's a little bit easier to produce, and we really don't like having to waste the stream games and not do anything with them, so we want to try to use this video format to just pull more of our stream games and put them on YouTube, so let us know what you think. That being said, the commanders that we have for you for both games today are the partner commanders Tymna the Weaver and Sakashima of 1,000 Faces, Zur the Enchanter, the commander partners Malcolm Keen-Eyed Navigator and Vial Smasher the Fierce, and finally we have Chulane Teller of Tales, or Chulane Teller of Tales if you're like me and want people to get mad at you for your pronunciation of things. That being said, before we get into the opening hands and deck introductions, let's go over some quick channel promotions. First, this video is sponsored by Alter Sleeves. If you're looking to pick up some cool looking art for your commanders or the cards in your decks without having to physically altering them, check out Alter Sleeves using the link in our description to not only support the channel, but also support artists on Alter Sleeves and pick up some affordable, unique looking card art. If you want to directly support the channel, we have a Patreon, link is in the description, with some reward tiers set up that we think you'll really enjoy if that's something you're interested in. This support goes a long way to help improve these videos, and we really appreciate those who help us out in this way. Next, if you want some casual competitive merch, tokens, or playmats when they're available, head on over to our website, link is also in the description. If you're looking to pick up cards in the near future, click on our TCG affiliate link before you do to directly help out the channel at no cost to you. And finally, if you're looking for some more Magic the Gathering memorabilia, we're affiliated with Flipside Gaming, where if you use our code CasuallyMTG at checkout, you can receive 10% off eligible purchases and support the channel. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the opening hands and deck introductions. Going first is Bill, playing the partner commanders Tymna the Weaver and Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. This deck looks to just get massive value off of basically having two Tymnas in the command zone, all while looking for a win involving Demonic Consultation and Thassa's Oracle. This deck runs a lot of Hate Bears to slow down opponents and a lot of Control to just keep his opponents in check. Bill went to 6 cards, and his opening hand contained a Snow-Covered Plains, a Vault of Champions, a Mental Misstep, a Sensei's Divining Top, an Enlightened Tutor, a Mana Drain, and he put a Muddle the Mixture to the bottom of his library. Going next is Nate, playing Zur the Enchanter. This is another consultation control based deck, but this one looks to get more value off of Zur's ability to tutor up valuable enchantments to the battlefield to help get him there. He uses cards like Phyrexian Unlife and Solitary Confinement to protect his life total and get extra value off of Necropotence and Ad Nauseam, and it also allows him to use Spoils of the Vault as kind of a pseudo-demonic consultation. Nate's opening hand contained a Swamp, a City of Brass, a River of Tears, a Mana Confluence, a Command Tower, a Brainstorm, and a Demonic Consultation. Going third is Adam, playing the partner commanders Vial Smasher the Fierce and Malcolm Keen-Eyed Navigator. This deck actually isn't a consultation deck and actually relies more on Vial Smasher to be kind of a curiosity control based deck. It runs a combo in here involving Malcolm and Glinthorn Buccaneer, which is essentially a 2-card combo, and his backup line involves using Underworld Breach and Brain Freeze to mill out his opponents. Adam unfortunately had to go down to 5 cards, and his opening hand contained an Exotic Orchard, a Sulphur Falls, a Mana Confluence, a Windfall, a Notion Thief, and he put a Mountain and a Snap to the bottom of his library. And finally, I am going last, and I am playing Chulane or Chulane Teller of Tales. This is just a combo value based deck with just so many ways to win the game, with common ways to win involving the commander's ability in combination with a Mana Breach and a Shrieking Drake to allow myself to draw my library by continually bouncing Shrieking Drake and putting the bounce land back onto the battlefield. And there's other lines in here that win the game with Cloudstone Curio, Allurin, Earthcraft, Overburden. Basically, it just looks to get a lot of value off of playing Dorks and getting Chulane's ability to trigger, and then eventually win using those value pieces. I kept 7 cards, and my opening hands contained an Island, a Flooded Strand, Hand, a Boreal Druid, a Phantasmal Image, a Drannith Magistrate, an Eladamri's Call, and a Village Bellringer. Remember, if you want to watch these games live, head on over to our Twitch channel, link is in the description. And now, without any further ado, let's get into the gameplay for game number 1.
I'll be drawing for turn, and I will be playing the new card, Vault Champions.
Whoa. Okay, I'll draw for Command Tower and Pagus.
Oh boy, it's me. Oh, sweet. Bloodstained Mire, and I will also pass.
I'll draw. I will play a Blooded Strand. I will crack it, losing 1 life. To shock in a Temple Garden,
Shocking.
losing 2 more. I will tap this for a green. That's a Boreal Druid.
On your end step, I will be casting in the Light Tutor. Just gonna grab a mana crypt. So this will go to my hand, or go top of the library.
Yep.
Are we good to pass my turn?
I got no more stuff.
Alright, I will draw for turn. Oh, got on tap first now. I will play a Snow-Covered Plains, and I'm gonna cast a mana crypt.
That is good.
Cool.
And then we're gonna play everybody's favorite Weaver, Tymna the Weaver, floating 1 colorless mana. Is that good? With that colorless,
sir.
I'm gonna cast a Sensei's.
On your end step, I'm gonna brainstorm. Alright, I'll untap upper turn. I will play this City of Brass. Tap 2, taking a damage, and play a Baleful Strike. When it enters, I will draw a card.
I will correct that at the end step for us, Steve. Play this Sulfur Falls and pass the turn.
I will untap, play an island, or 2 mana for a Drannith Magistrate.
Oh no!
Okay, his hand wasn't going anywhere anyways.
We're here for a long time, not a good
Oh,
time.
Drannith, my favorite!
I will be passing after that, yes.
I'll be untapping. I'm trying to think if I want to use my top. Yeah, I'm gonna use my top. Oh, I lose 3 from crypt. Down to 37. Draw for turn. Tap 2 for a Talisman of Hierarchy. I'm gonna move to combat.
Bring that Tymna over here.
I don't think so.
I'll take 2.
Yeah. How'd you know I was attacking you?
Because I know everything.
Alright, I will gain 2 and I will lose 1 to draw a card. 2 not paying colored mana for a Scroll Rack.
Alright, I'll untap. I will draw. I'll cry. 2 life for our Hollowed Fountain, entering untapped. I'm gonna pass the turn.
Oh, sweet. You want to see me do that?
Want to see me do it again?
I'd be very
I'll play
concerned
it.
if you played a Hollowed Fountain.
Oh, man, you ruined my plan.
Me? Oh, well.
Surprise the Confluence, and then I'm going to pass the turn.
To answer your question, if one of the games tonight goes well, you will see this hopefully later this week. I will
Guy plays a
untap.
Drake. Thinks it's going to go well. Who are you?
Where's the oof?
Yeah, let's make it
We
even worse.
need
Come
it.
on.
We need it. Show me an oof.
Phantasmal Image.
Ooh.
I'm going to Path of Exile to
You should counter that, Bill.
I'm not gonna,
not counter that.
I'm thinking about it, but nah. Alright, I'm just gonna get this basic island.
Shiny.
As Phantasmal Image enters battlefield, I'll choose Baleful Strix.
Okay, draw a card.
And when it enters, I will draw a card.
It's
In
actually
response
pretty good.
to the mana crypt trigger, again, I'm just gonna activate top, and then I will resolve my crypt trigger. Odds I take damage again. No damage. And I'll draw for turn. I'll play this swamp. I'm gonna pass.
I will untap. Play an Uborg. I'm going to tap for a black, for a black, for a black. Necropotence. I'm going to pay 4 life. And then I will pass the turn. On my end step, I'll put these into my hand as the card goes, and then I will discard 2 cards.
Exotic Orchard. So I'll go the black, and I will attempt to cast a Dark Ritual.
Was he ad nauseing?
Probably. This is Adna's mana.
But I guess he doesn't want Joseph to untap. Yeah, I'm just gonna mental miss that thing. 2 life. Actually, I'm just gonna pay blue.
Oh, now I'm trying to pass the turn.
Tap, draw. I'm going to tap for a green. Cast a Land of War Elves. And then I'm going to go to combat. How big is Baleful Strix?
1/1.
Oh, 2 damage at Bill.
Anything else?
No, I'll pass.
I'll do the same thing I've been doing. Scroll rack before on or in response to the Mana Crypt trigger.
You mean Divining Top?
No. Yes.
You're scroll racking? Okay.
Yeah, Sensei's Divine Top in response to the Mana Crypt trigger. Odds I take damage? No damage.
No damage.
I will play this tapped Godless Shrine. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll untap. I will not draw. Play a Sea of Clouds for turn. I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3. Play a Solitary Confinement.
Adam, do you have anything?
Absolutely nothing.
Have you played a land for turn, Nate?
I did.
The Clonic Rift targeting the Necrobones.
Ooh, spicy. In response, I'm going to pay less.
How much?
I'm going to pay. What am I at? 33.
33.
Pay 10. I will let Necrobones go to my hand. I'm going to pass turn, get these cards in my hand, and discard some cards. Get Probe, Toxic Deluge, River of Tears, Flooded Strand, Felwar Stones, Snow-Covered Plains, Forbidden Orchard, Watery Grave,
Necropotence?
Necropotence.
See, that's not what I wanted to see.
And then I will pass my turn.
Oh, baby. Come on, tap. I'll draw. I'm gonna pass turn.
No, Adam. No, Adam.
Untap, draw. So I saw someone in chat, I didn't comment on it, but I saw someone being excited about Hullen and just being nervous about the whole land situation. I would like to tell you that your fears were warranted.
No, Joseph.
I'm going to go 3 mana to cast a Feyburrow Elder. I might as well swing because, why not? I'll go 2 at Bill.
Okay. 34.
34.
Yep.
And I will pass the turn.
On your end step, we're gonna Sensei's Divining Top. Look at top 3.
Roll for Crypt.
Roll for Crypt. Odds I take damage. I'm taking damage down to 31. Draw for turn. Land for turn. Marsh Flats. Gonna Sensei stuff. Gonna crack it to draw. Put on top.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna crack my Marsh Flats. Gonna grab a Watery Graves. Untapped. And then one pass.
That was anticlimactic.
Yeah, very.
I will untap. But I have to discard a card.
Yep.
So, Mana Conflicts. Play a Snow-Covered Island for turn. I'll also pass the turn.
I'm gonna cast this Sensei stuff. If that's cool, then I'm gonna pass the turn.
Untap?
Once again, Drannith Magistrate is the strongest stacks piece in Magic the Gathering.
Alright. I'm going to tap Feyburrow Elder for 1 of each. And then go 1, 2. To cast my commander.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Pass the turn.
On your end step. 7 mana.
Jesus.
Overloaded Psychroth.
Oh my god.
Like Chronic
Are you-
Priority. Neat.
I will pass priority on Cycler.
Alright, I'm gonna look at the top 3.
Adam, this is good for us.
I'm not doing nothing. I just want to look before it goes away.
Oh, true. Yeah, it's gonna get bounced in your hand.
I'm gonna attempt to cast Force of Will. Exiling a Pact Negation. Ping a life.
I guess we're going to tap 1 to tap Scroll Rack to put 2 cards from my hand on top and draw 2. I'm gonna cry a little bit,
Oh.
but that's good. Me
I'm
and
telling you, this is not going to be beneficial for you.
you just wasted 2 free counter spells.
Counter spell, taking a damage.
Sick.
I think you're going to regret that.
I have something for a counterspell.
Oh, you do? Oh no.
I do. Adnaz.
What?
Good on Adnaz.
I think everybody's good. I don't think anybody has anything else to do.
So 4. For 69 life.
I got you a 16.
Reliquary Tower. Disenchant. 2
That's
more.
what-
Ancient Tune.
0.
Tomb. Craft Diggers. What am I at? After 1 more.
13.
Morphic Pool. Nothing. Mystical Tutor. Pithing Needle. Lotus Petal. Talisman of Progress. Mana Crypt. Nothing. Mental Misstep. Talisman 2. So now I'm at 7.
I drew a 6.
That's 6.
You were 9 and you just took 3.
Okay. 6. I'll go again. Ghostly Pilfer, gross. 2 more. I'm at down to 4. Alright, I'm stopping. I have to stop.
Counterspell,
The
counter
counterspell
in.
counters Force of Will.
Yep. And then Psych Rift resolves. Everybody bounces their Def. Besides me.
Put a green mana.
Floating a green. Alright, moving to my turn. Are you doing anything with that green?
Okay. Before cleanup step, I'm going to tap this for a white and cast an Eladomir's Call. I'm going to get a Shrieking Drake tonight.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Untap. Roll for crits. No damage. Draw for turn. Adnos.
That is fine.
Okay.
I have nothing for that.
I will resolve this Adnos then. Ooh, twins! 4.
4, 5,
5. 6. Okay,
7,
just
8,
3.
9.
Okay, you're at 19.
Okay.
I just need the current CMC of the card.
2. Talisman of Progress. 2.
2.
0. 3. 4. 2. Okay. Screw it. 2. Okay.
2.
I'm gonna stop there. Jace?
I know.
Yep.
Dark Ritual?
I will respond. I will pay 2 life for mental misstep.
So Dark Ritual counted. I will then plus Jace. Let's mill Nate,
Snow Covered Swamp, Dovin's Veto.
and then I'll draw.
Okay, I am going to respond to you instead. I'm going to cast a Mystical Tutor. I'm going to get a Force of Will to my hand, or to the top of the library.
Okay, so I'm going to discard River Tears, Flowerstone, Alms Collector, Fierce Guardianship, Herborg, Talisman, Opposition Agent, Mana Drain.
This off to the side. We'll draw for turn. Big Pool for turn. Mana
Counts.
Crypt. Play a Lotus Petal. Talisman Progress. For a Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. If that is good, I will pay 1 for a Demonic Consultation. I will name Attunement. I will search for a card named. Oh, I'll get the top 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is not there. These are exiled. I will go through my library. Card named Attunement is in exile, so it is not there. I will plus Jace to draw a card.
Now, from a viewer's perspective, that Cyclonic Rift or even the counter war over Cyclonic Rifts might have looked a little bit questionable, especially considering that Nate had gone through a considerable amount of cards in the last few turns, but I think there was some reasonings to back it up. Personally, as the person who first played a counter to try to stop Cyclonic Rift, I had an Earthcraft in my hand and Eladomir's Call, which I could have used to tutor up Shrieking Drake, which would have given me a really good possibility to win on my turn, so I felt like I really needed to establish a board state or keep my board state established established, especially since I only had 2 lands in play. And after the Cyclonic Rift, Adam stopping my counter also made a little bit of sense because he was really planning on getting value off of his commander after having to go down to 5 cards. So while it may look questionable, there was some reasoning behind those plays. Now, Nate did just take advantage of a good stack and of everyone kind of tapping out in order to get a really good ad nauseum, which kind of propelled him forward and allowed him to get the cards and the protection he needed to win the game. And after seeing that, Bill decided to just go for it and try to win on his turn, even though he knew Nate probably had ways to stop him. But in the end, I don't think there's any way that Nate doesn't win there, even if there wasn't a counter battle or even if there wasn't a Cyclonic Rift that went off. Nate just went through so many cards using Necropotence to get really good value, sculpt his hand perfectly, and just have the cards he needed in order to win the game. That being said, that's enough of game number 1, so let's hop right into game number 2. I went first for game number 2, and I want to let you know that I did forget to hit the record button for the first, I think, 3.5 turns of this game, so we kind of went back and replayed those turns. So if anything looks weird, like someone didn't draw or someone just magically tutored up a land, it's because we just replayed the first 3.5 turns so we could use this for recording. I apologize if that looks confusing, and yes, you can blame me for it because I'm pretty sure I just forgot to hit record. Anyway, I went first in the second game, and my opening hand contained a forest, a temple garden, a mana crypt, a noxious revival, a carpet of flowers, a swan song, and a recruiter of the guard. Going next is Bill, and his opening hand contained a swamp, a morphic pool, a sea of clowns, an ancient tomb, a chrome mox, a lotus petal, and a phantasmal image. Going third is Nate playing Zur, and his opening hand contained a flooded strand, a marsh flats, a godless shrine, and a Darkar wastes, a tainted pact, a Limdwell's vault, and a shadow mage infiltrator. And finally, Adam went last in this game, and his opening hand contained a command tower, a morphic pool, a fiery islet, a verdant catacombs, a dark ritual, a Rakdos signet, and a Failwar stone. Now with those opening hands out of the way, let's get into the gameplay for game number 2.
Oh boy.
Start off the game by drawing. I'll shock in a Temple Garden, losing 2 mana crypt, 3 mana, and I will cast a Recruiter of the Guard. Off of the Recruiter, I will get a Lotus Cobra to my hand, and then I will pass the turn.
All right. I'm going to play a Sea of Clouds, and since I have more than 2 opponents, it will on-turn tapped. I will then cast a Lotus Petal, and then I will also cast a Chrome Mox, exiling Phantasmal Image as it enters the battlefield. I'm going to crack the Lotus Petal for a black mana, add a white, and then 1 more to cast my commander, Tymna the Weaver.
It's your turn.
That is my turn. Go ahead.
I'll play a Flooded Strain and pass.
I will untap and I will draw. I'm gonna play this Morphic Pool. Alright, I'm gonna tap it to cast a Dark Ritual. I will use that Dark Ritual to cast this Signet of the Rakdos variety. And I'll filter into it with the last mana to cast this Failwar stone. And then I'll pass turn.
I will untap. When my mana crypt trigger, draw a card for turn. I'll then go 2 mana, floating a colorless to cast a Lotus Cobra. I'll then shock in Hollowed Fountain, losing 2 more. And when it enters the battlefield, I will add a green mana to my mana pool. I'll then cast a Carpet of Flowers with that green. I will then pass the turn.
I'll untap. I'll play an Ancient Tomb for my land for turn. I'm then going to take 2 damage off of the Ancient Tomb and tap 2 more to cast my second commander, Sakashima. I'm going to move to combat and swing at Nate for 2 damage off Tymna. And if Tymna deals damage, I will be drawing 2 cards, 1 from each of my commanders, and taking 2 life, so I will not be gaining any life or losing any life.
On your end step, pay a life, and I will do some sorcery and pull out a Watery Grave that enters tapped.
It's like magic.
And then I'll go to my turn. Untap, play Darkar Waste, pass the turn.
Alright, I will untap. Play Command Tower. Filter in. Play my commander, Malcolm, the human named bird.
I will untap when my mana crypt trigger, draw a card. At the beginning of my first main phase, I will make a blue mana from Carpet of Flowers from Nate's Watery Grave. I'll then play a forest as my land for turn, and when it enters the battlefield, I'll add a white mana. I'll then go blue, white, green, and 2. That's my commander. And then for 0 mana, I'll cast a Chrome Mox. And when it enters the battlefield, I'll imprint a Noxious Revival.
Sounds
And
good.
then I'll pass the turn.
I will draw. I will play a Morphic Pool as a land for turn. I'm gonna move to combats. I'm gonna attack Adam with Tymna and Nate with my Tymna Sakashima.
Have a frog.
Yeah, frog.
I don't want a frog, but I'll take it. 2 mana for a Talisman of Hierarchy. No, I lied to you. That's not my Ancient Tomb. 2 mana for a Talisman of Hierarchy, taking 2 damage.
So I've got 37. You gain a total
That
of
is
1
correct.
from the Tymna, correct? Gain 2, lost 1. Okay.
All right.
Great. Marsh Flats. Cracking it to go search. For real this time. For a swamp.
Beautiful swamp.
We're in new territory, boys. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out.
I apologize to everyone, viewers and players.
Okay. Play a Shadow Mage Infiltrator. Get a blocker out there and pass the turn.
I'm gonna untap these fine looking lands and that artifact. I'm gonna draw a card for real this time. I'm gonna play this Sulphur Springs. I will go filter in, and then a 3rd mana to cast my other commander. There's crazy little goblin. You know, I'm a swing at Bill because he's over there gaining life, paying life, doing all crazy stuff. So 2 damage in the air, and
I'll take it.
then I'm gonna make this beautiful treasure. So that's good. I will pass a turn.
Did you roll for Crypt, Joseph?
I did, I lost.
Oh.
I'll make a blue mana with Carpet of Flowers. I'm going to attempt to activate Holland to bounce Recruiter of the Guard to my hand.
That's pretty good.
That is very good.
Did you play a land for a turn yet, Joseph?
Not yet. Recruiter of the Guard. Holland cast trigger.
Well, you do your. I have no responses to the cast.
Yeah, nothing.
I
Card,
got
I'll put
nothing.
a command tower onto the battlefield. When it enters, I will add a blue. So Recruiter of the Guard in the stack.
I don't have anything for Recruiter.
I'm passing.
I'm F6 and all of this stuff, so it skip right over me.
Put Shrieking Drake in my hand. Alright. I'll use them in my floating blue to cast Shrieking Drake. Holland trigger.
Demonic Constellation.
I use my floating blue to cast a Swan Song.
Anybody have a way to draw a card?
Nope.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't get an eye open.
Okay. So this is countered. I get a bird.
You get a bird.
Sick.
Alright. And then Holland triggers.
Yes, sir.
Draw. Put a forest onto the battlefield. Oh, sorry.
In response to the Holland trigger, sorry. Can I do something
Okay.
else?
Yeah.
Angel's Grace?
Sure. Okay. So, draw. So no floating mana anymore. I'll put a land onto the battlefield.
Yep.
Bounce to my hand. Yeah, I'll use that blue to recast Shrieking Drake.
I have no other responses from here on out. I don't know if anybody else does.
Oh no, I got nothing.
I will not put a land onto the battlefield. I'll have it bounce itself.
There's one more try.
That's a good sign. You guys got one more try.
If there's nothing at this point I can get.
Land.
Recast Shrieking Drake. Draw. Not put a land onto the battlefield. Will bounce itself.
Fortunate.
And then I'll use this green mana to cast a Birds of Paradise. The Holland trigger. I will draw Rejuvenating Springs onto the battlefield.
That's so you have 2 more. Yeah, that is relevant.
When
have
it
2 more
enters,
blue.
I'll add a blue mana. I'll use that blue mana to recast Shrieking Drake. 1 trigger, draw, not put a land to the battlefield. Shrieking Drake will bounce to my hand. I'll tap this for a green mana. Cast an Avacyn's Pilgrim. On cast, I will draw. Put a Prismatic Vista onto the battlefield.
Making a blue.
Make a blue when it enters the battlefield. I'll use that blue mana to recast Shrieking Drake.
Yep.
I will draw. I will not put a land onto the battlefield. I'm going to respond to the Shrieking Drake trigger, I think. Yeah, I'm going to tap Birds of Paradise, Avacyn's Pilgrim.
They don't. Not
He's Court of Calling.
for calling. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Lotus Cobra, and then these 2. 3 green, oops, and 2.
Woo!
What?
I cast a Court of Calling, X equaling 2.
Yep.
I'm going to get Asmal Image. When it enters the battlefield, I'm going to have it copy Lotus Cobra. Okay. Shrieking Drake will get bounced to my hand. I will then crack my Prismatic Vista, paying 1 life. Get an island to the battlefield. When it enters the battlefield, I will have it make blue from both the Lotus Cobras. So 2 blue floating.
Sir. And we're back.
We're back.
The wheel is spinning full
He's
speed.
one of them to recast. So I have 1 blue floating, resolving a Hullen trigger. Draw, put a plains onto the battlefield.
Make 2 more blue.
I will make 2 more blue. Okay, we're finally there.
You have 3 blue voting.
3 blue floating. This will get bounced to my hand. I'll use my 3 blue floating to cast a Mana Breach. Okay, so now I would like to demonstrate a loop where I cast Shrieking Drake with this island. When I cast it, I bounce my island to my hand, and then draw a card, put the island back onto the battlefield. Add a blue
with the
when it
Hullen
enters the
trigger?
battlefield. Yes. So, every time I do that, I will generate 1 mana of any color. 2 mana of any color, because I have 2 Lotus Cobras. Every time I recast Shrieking Drake, I'd net 2 colored mana
Yep. Of any color you want.
of any color I want.
I was gonna do something in response to you starting your loop. Oh, I'm so dumb.
Like, I still
It's
have all
okay.
your free counter spells
Can I
plus
do that in
1 that you
response
can
to-
have.
It's not
Can I
your
cast
fault,
my cat
average
tutor?
Joker.
In response to you starting your loop,
What are you gonna do?
just vamp tutor. What I was gonna do at your end step before you
Oh,
took
sure.
back the. Okay. So it'll be 1 damage here and then 2 damage from the vamp tutor.
I'll be making 72 mana of various colors
Various colors.
after you tutor.
Mm-hmm.
With 2 of the 72 mana, I'm gonna cast a Lavinia. And then with 4 of the 72 mana, or the now 70 mana, I'll cast a Lurin. I will then Nature's Claim my own Mana Breach. I would miss trigger, but I'm kind of shortcutting at this point. So now I can just do the Shrieking Drake loop and generate even more mana. So I'm gonna draw all but these cards. Wow. And then I will cast every creature in my library. I'm then gonna cast the Finale of Devastation for a lot. And Bill, on your upkeep, I'm gonna cast Silence. With probably 18 counterspells for backup. So for those of you wondering how to beat Demonic Consultation, just play a lot of creatures and usually you can overpower them. That being said, that last turn was an insane struggle for me. I didn't actually plan on winning on that turn. My plan was to get Shrieking Drake to my hand with the whole Recruiter of the Guard shenanigans, but I only thought I would get 2 plays of Shrieking Drake, so I thought I'd get a little bit value, draw some cards, and eventually pass the turn. And I was a little hesitant about doing that because I thought I was going to pass a turn with combo pieces in my hand and just become the target, but it was really all I had to go for, so I went for it. And off of, I think, the first draw, I drew Mana Breach, and during during that entire time until I cast Mana Breach, I just couldn't find a way to generate 3 mana from Mana Breach and still have another mana to cast Shrieking Drake. So I just went through that whole process just looking for either a fetch land or just some way to generate 1 extra mana, because I kept getting stuck on 3 mana, which just wasn't enough to both play Mana Breach and recast Shrieking Drake. So for me, it was quite the struggle, but hopefully you guys were able to suffer through it. That being said, that is all we have for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this format, this style of format. Let me know what you think. We really do want to continue this format because it is a little bit easier to produce and it is more fun for the players involved because we get to be a little bit more interactive. Remember, if you want to watch these games live, we stream them on our Twitch channel pretty much every week, and during this second quarantine, we may even throw up some more weekly streams for you guys, so give it a follow if you want to stay up to date. That all being said, we do hope you enjoyed this video. I am Joseph, this is Casually Competitive MTG, and we will see you next time.
That's pretty funny.
Right? Yeah, Dark Ritual Opposition Agent just to get a land.
Oh my god.
I'd scoop.
Does that?
Yes. Actually.
Okay,
Damn.
Shuffleton.